Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. This is a scene from the Changeling venue. In this scene, Kagoma and Sam Phoenix are meeting up at Krechny, the barony of Krechny. And the two Kithain are just talking, are just meeting up as friends and are discussing the possibility of motleys. What do motleys mean to them and the likelihood of forming one? All right. So the scene opens in Kagoma's study. It's an area that has been provided for him. It's not very fancy, but it is like smartly put together. Plenty of seating space, artfully decorated. Um, as he ushers Sam Phoenix in, he closes the door behind them both and then offers, "Hey, man, do you want a drink?"
Hey, thanks, man. You have any juice or anything? I'm still in training for my match.
Yeah, I have some orange juice, and I have. He stoops down and looks in the refrigerator. Some cranberry juice.
That works.
Okay.
I'd love some orange juice.
Okay. Cool.
Thanks. Hey,
Uh,
yeah, and Sam will look a little nervous. He'll sort of sweep his hair with one hand. Um, Kagoma, I was doing some thinking about yesterday.
mhm.
Um, First of all, I'm I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to just up and walk off like that. I could just feel my temper starting to get the best of me, and if Adolf wakes up, things might not be so nice.
Right.
Um,
Right. I totally get it. I actually didn't stay much longer than you did. That sunny guy kind of torqued me off too, but I think that was his point. I think we might have been better served by just agreeing to disagree, but he really pushed my buttons.
I and and the thing is, man, the truth is, I haven't been doing this gig very long. I'm not really sure about how the whole changeling thing works.
Hmm.
I and honestly, I wasn't coming from a space of real knowledge,
Hmm.
but I my troll blood was just starting to boil, and I didn't want to hurt anyone.
Right, right. That's totally understandable. Um, you're still going through your fosterage, though.
Not really. I don't have anyone to foster me. I've sort of been going. Well, I guess the Hofsteins are sort of fostering me, um, but it's been complicated.
I bet. I'm trying to understand everything and having the vengeful kingdom of New York, the city of apples, added on top of that. I'm sure it's made things tough for you.
Uh, and that incident at the club sure didn't help much.
Certainly.
I
So
know.
Kagoma comes from the kitchen. He has two glasses. He sets one in front of Sam. Go ahead, have a seat. Make yourself comfortable.
Thanks, man. Uh, I I feel a bit nervous asking this, but I trust you. I've really come to see you as a friend.
That's good. I hope you trust me. I feel that I could trust you.
Uh, well, I was wondering, would you want to just have a chat with me about what a motley is, and maybe make one with me?
Yeah, the possibility is definitely there. I'm not sure if we could technically enter into an agreement before your official changeling period is done. So I will want to check with the Hofsteins just in case. I don't want to step on anyone's toes, and I don't want to violate some hidden troll rule that I'm unaware of. So let me make
That's,
sure. Let me check for landmines before we officially proceed. But the idea sounds interesting enough on its merits.
well, I I know you're extremely knowledgeable, and I might not at the moment have a whole lot to bring to the table, but I'm pretty good at getting in the way if someone wants to start something.
Don't sell yourself short, Sam. You bring a lot to the table.
Like what? And Sam actually looks at you in the eye very. It's still calm. It's very friendly. It's not hostile, but he just doesn't see it.
Mhm.
So he's just kind of looking at you and sort of like, uh,
Um,
and
Kagoma has started to become very smooth. Without even skipping a beat, he launches into a couple of things that anyone would need or desire or look for in a friend, and more importantly, an ally. He returns Sam's glare very evenly.
oh no, he's
Um,
not. He's not so much glaring at you.
okay,
It's
okay,
it's it's more like a.
just a look.
It's like, oh yeah,
Okay,
like what kind of a thing?
okay, okay, I get you. So he says, for one, you're honest. There's something that I respect about honesty. I I'm not a I'm not a um, foolish person by any stretch of the imagination. I can read between the lines, but sometimes I just want to read what's on the line. So I know where I stand with you because your honesty. I appreciate that. Um, you you have a good sense of yourself and where you stand. It may be a troll thing, but you kind of know what's right and wrong for you. We've had some situations where we've had like a little bit of a conflict, but that was when we just met each other. But even then, I could still respect your perspective. Um, Also connected to that same event, you're not too you don't see yourself as too you're serious, but you're not too serious. It takes a big man to apologize, I think. And after that like event, you were totally willing and able to apologize. You know, we didn't agree on that issue, but we were able to bury the hatchet and move forward, and we don't have to worry about having like a grudge or any weird energy. So yeah, that was very respectable. So don't sell yourself short.
Thanks, thanks.
So, what do you think? What does a motley mean to you? You kind of stumble upon the idea that you wanted to start one. Was there a particular purpose that you needed to fulfill, an objective you were looking for?
Well, I think, well, our talents might mesh well. Um, I think if we could find one or two like-minded folks, I'd like to form a motley based on the I, ideals of honesty and just being a force to help those who can't help themselves.
That's a very noble principle.
I I, I think that you know, um, it's funny. Like one night, I'm in the locker room after a fight, and then these mob guys come in and they try to kill me or something for not taking a dive, and there was this flash of light and a turtle, and people wound up in the hospital, and uh, and
Yikes.
and I see this as an opportunity to be that, or I guess technically, I see this as an opportunity to form sort of like, if you'll pardon the expression, an order of the Big Brother kind of an idea, and not the crazy Big Brother you hear about in the movies.
Right.
I just mean like that sober second thought thing, that the stepping in the middle and going, whoa, 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 hold on, kind of a job, and just doing things to promote safety within the community and other such ideas. You know? Um, and Sam will just think calmly as he holds Kagoma's gaze very levelly.
Didn't bother you for vacuum?
No.
Yes, she already got. Did she get your trash?
Yep, she did. She did. She already came by.
Yeah, she's doing all my office. I don't know what's going on there.
So what would you? Who else would you be interested in having in this little motley?
I was thinking of Sir Richard as an idea, but that's about as far as I've gotten. I was thinking Adam at first, but there are some things that he's leaning toward that I think at some point I might have to be bailing him out. So, and I don't know if I would want our motley directly associated if the idea is to protect people.
Right. Right. Um,
I hope that doesn't make me come off as an ass. I don't mean to be an ass.
No, not at all. Not at all. You're just being honest, which I appreciate.
Okay.
anyone else that we have in mind?
Well, actually, before I think of anything, what does a motley mean to you? And like, do you have any ideas? Because maybe it would be more appropriate, since you and I would technically be the founding members, if maybe we met somewhere in the middle, if you had some other ideas that you wanted to contribute.
Good point. I haven't actually given the idea of the thought of forming a motley much thought. I've kind of been busy with my dreamers and with my duties that I've been assigned by Lord Valerius. So having responsibilities in addition hasn't been something that I've been searching for. But the idea of having a group that to serve some type of function in the kingdom just sounded like a great idea.
Was there anyone you think might be a good fit? Like, for example, Eve might be a good choice. Also, I really respect what she's trying to do. Um, that 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 reminds me. Actually, I found out something from Adam this afternoon when I was at a cafe with him.
Come on, just raises his eyebrow. What's that?
Well, apparently there was an attack by an Kithain, and they were um eating said person alive, and there was some dark glamour going around, and Adam got some along with Arthur.
That doesn't sound very good.
I don't think so either.
I think that's what led to Eve being cursed.
No way. What? Dude.
Could be wrong. I really don't understand much about it.
But yeah. When it comes to the dark glamour, man, I want nothing to do with that. That's just asking for trouble.
Understandably so. Well, we have to remember, like millennia ago, we were literally at each other's necks, the dark kin and not us.
Yeah, I've heard about some of that.
I wish that we could bring the situation to a more mendable end. There has to be a way. We're just not. We're just not trying hard enough. There has to be a way.
Well, I have an idea, but I wouldn't quite know how to implement it because I don't have the knowledge or the resources or the skill or anything like that.
What's your idea?
Well, here's the thing. The Adhene are Fae of the deep dreaming, yes, or like the deeper dreaming.
Right.
If we were to help them get back and set up like a neutral zone, like if there's like a mid point to the dreaming and call that the Fae neutral zone, and have a series of solid agreements about how to conduct ourselves in that area. We can gradually work toward peace while giving everyone their own space.
That's a great idea, but as I understand the situation, they were chased from the deep dreaming, and now they can't find their way back. They can't go back for some reason.
Could we send up some volunteers to guide them? And what chased them?
Well, the stories are conflicting, but whatever it was potent enough to uproot a breed of Fae that have made the deep dreaming, their home for the past 5,000 years.
What in the blue hell? Excuse my language, but what in the fuck?
I have no idea. I'm not really itching to research it either.
Well, I don't blame you, but I mean, maybe there's a portion of the mid dreaming that would suffice. But I mean, if we could, I don't know, do we have any solid trade agreements with some of the other nearby kingdoms?
There's trade agreements to be sure, but I'm not sure if that's what you're asking for exactly.
Well,
Where are you getting at? What are you getting at?
well, there's two other possibilities. If we were to make an arrangement, say if other kingdoms had a debt to the Kingdom of Apples, if they were to give, say, X amount of land in lieu of payment, we could technically expand the Kingdom of Apples, creating a space for the Kithain, and maybe if we played our cards right, we could use them as sort of traveling sheriffs or messengers to help the Royal Post Service, or however it works over here, because they are, according to what I found out, they're natural. Um, they're kind of nomads. So why don't we use that as a way of creating a space for them within the structure of the Kingdom of Apples?
It's a very, very good idea. I'm not sure it applies to the Heen's primordial nature.
I'm not sure either. But if they can't go back, the least we could do is try to utilize some of their natural abilities and sort of allow them to keep some portions of their culture, especially since we're asking them to give up certain other ones because they're not, shall we say, very civilized.
I do believe we could say they're not very civilized, or at least some of their ways are not very civilized. Um, I think one of the other problems that Valerius was having was that the Heen don't really have a command structure per se.
Um, However, with these changing times within the Kingdom of Apples, we could maybe, and I don't really know what I'm talking about. I'm just shooting off an idea.
That's
But
what we call it, spitballing. Yep, just seeing what sticks.
but uh, if we were to say allow them to um, have a representative or two in the Parliament of Dreams, it might gradually lead to them being inspired to create a suitable leadership structure that works for them.
Hmm. That's interesting. Um, very provocative, but it's definitely interesting. Um, man, that would cause a lot of uproar.
Um, um, Actually, can I ask you an out of character question?
What's up?
Robert is saying that he's a she in a house, so he doesn't think he can be in a motley.
Mhm.
Is that true? Is he not able to be?
Well, it's up to him if he wants to be in a motley. I think the Changeling books have like um, she that like characters who are parts of houses who are also in motleys. I think that's been in some of the canon, like in World of Darkness before. It may. I don't think there's anything specifically that um, speaks against it. I think it's weird because like typically a motley is how commoners consolidate power, and if you're sworn to a motley, you have like those people's allegiance like closest to your heart. But if you're sworn to a house as well, you have those two things that you're kind of balancing. You're balancing the goals and the allegiance of your motley, but you also have this house that you're kind of sworn into, and you owe that house allegiance to. So I think that's why it's probably not typical to see people who have houses also sworn to a motley, because they have kind of what can be conceived as conflicting loyalties.
Um, just before we get back to the scene, do you think you could message him a bit later on and sort of help him with that? I'm not sure if he knows about that.
Yeah, I can ask Sarah and ask if that's something specific that she sees as like a deal breaker or something how she likes to play changeling. But yeah, we probably ask Sarah. See.
Okay, but sorry, I just got a response. So I just wanted to ask while the iron was hot.
No problem.
So anyway, Sam will kind of end his thought there, and I mean, I know it's a little unorthodox, but I mean, this whole thing is unorthodox. So, we don't really have a box to think out of here. We're kind of making the box as we go.
All right, and banning that, there could be a motley, there could be an alliance of friends. I think a lot of us always are going to be friends, no matter what other alliances are drawn. So that's great. I think a lot of us are going to be friends regardless. So even if the possibility of starting a group doesn't pan out, you still know that you still know that you can count on me. So if there's anything that I could do to like help further your goals, let me know.
Oh, thanks, man. Oh no, I wouldn't be really honored if we could start one, but I mean that's up to the both of us.
Right.
And either way though, if you don't feel quite compelled, I would still be more than willing to do the oath of clasped hands with you if you were interested.
That is a powerful oath. I'm always interested in doing oaths, because oaths are powerful words for me as an issue. I need to speak them when they're needed. I don't enter into oaths lightly, because of the power of words. I think if a situation calls upon us doing the oath of clasp hands, I think we could definitely do it. We've had the talk. We kind of know where each other stands. We're on the same page with that. Yeah.
I'm cool. I'm cool either way, man. You were the very first person I thought of. So,
Yeah. There's been a lot of oaths that I'm just now learning about because I'm learning all the time. Some of them are really frightening. Others are like truly inspirational. I'm just trying to learn more.
I think that's true for everyone, though.
So, Rick.
Yeah, Rick.
I know Eve is trying to bring things to a rapid conclusion, or at least as quickly as possible for her. Are you? I know you left in a little bit of a hurry the other day. Are you still up for being a pallbearer?
Oh, I said as much if Tibetan, or sorry, not Tibetan,
Tiberius.
if Tiberius still wants me, I'll help him.
Okay.
But I mean, in a way, it's sort of like me giving something back to Rick. I mean, he snapped me out of a very frightening place,
Right.
and that's I know he and a few other people still like to poke me about that, or he used to like to poke me about that.
Right. You said that, but I just want to be sure that you didn't feel like you had to do it. I wanted to be sure that you wanted to do it still.
Well, my oath is my bond, so.
All right.
And honestly, I'm doing it for Rick. Anyone, I don't want to force anyone to be my friend. You know, I don't want to make anyone feel like they have to deal with me if they don't want to. But I'm doing this for Rick, and if people can't understand that, that's their problem, not mine.
It's a good stance to have. Kagoma will top off your glass again with some more orange juice, and he will propose a toast. He raises his glass. He says to Rick.
To Rick the Ravenous.
All right. And if there's nothing further, do you have any closing thoughts for the scene?
No, Sam just looks very happily at Kagoma, and no matter which way this goes, he's just happy to have spent time with him.
Okay. Kagoma kind of smiles, and he might have put a little something in his cranberry juice. You're not sure, but that guy's sneaky. He does seem to be definitely enjoying his time with Sam. And I think we'll leave the scene at there. Thanks for watching.
Bye, guys.